What do you know about time? I'm talking about timelines. I'm talking about 10 seconds to shine.
I'm talking about the amount we spend on that baseline.
What you know about descendancy, a line through time creating interdependencies, the tendency to connect through community, the BSAC and the EDI creating unity.
2 committees, is that just it?
Checking off required boxes so y'all can fit?
There's no I in team, and our history has shown
Then no work gets done when we go through it alone. Playing defense in zones, sets don't get won on their own.
It takes a family to make a gym feel like a home.
Gardons la forme de nos anciennes. Apprenons leurs leçons, oublions leurs peines. Inspirons la génération qui vient. Car le respect et l'inclusion sont des choses qui s'apprennent. L'oiseau en cage se transforme en cheval, sortant sur la piste, visant la première place sur la liste.
leaders from yesterday, today, and tomorrow, Black culture transcribed through time and can't be borrowed.
We create and recreate the world we all know by turning sorrows into culture and rhythm into flow.
Endless hours, running lines, study sessions, and overtimes. Off-the-court effort may feel unrecognized, but even Six God said, when all the lights go out, that's when you see the real guys.
Sur le terrain comme sur la glace, prenons notre place. Peu importe les injustices auxquelles nous faisons face, un pied après l'autre, avançons avec classe.
As time winds down, have you taken a moment to reflect? I know it's behind you, but the shirt still says respect.
I hope you know with time will change.
GGs can come together and would never be the same.
Passing down torches, igniting our flame, rewriting all the rules of our so-called life game.
We've been apart for a long time. Multiple futures lay before us. Where are we going? How will we get there? How do we make things better? We can build, but if we dream together, we can rebuild. We can create. But if we work together, we can recreate. We can connect, but only if we can find a way to reconnect. As we lead the charge towards a more inclusive society, we need your help to recharge our spirits. As we make progress towards a sustainable future, we need your help to remake the status quo. While others write off the search for a better world, you can help us lead the research that will rewrite the way forward. What happens next is up to us. Let's work together to reimagine what's possible.
Dear women, you should be defined as resilient, courageous, competitive, and confident. Thank you for earning your rightful spots and surprising those who told you that you couldn't hit that shot. For breaking molds that society has created without fear of being criticized or hated. To your winning streaks, world records, gold medals, and more, you put in that work and it reflects in more ways than just a score. You keep your head up high and continue to lead the way, becoming moms, sisters, friends, and partners to all people that encourage you to play.
Open to the backhand, go!
And finally, you're capable of all. You get up bigger and better, no matter how hard you fall. Women, don't let anything get in your way, as it's Women's Day, all day, and every day.
Won the game! What a game of hockey! Seeing their first victory of the year.
Welcome inside Mopetsi Hall here for RSEC and YouTube. Right now, the GGs of University of Ottawa taking on the McGill Martlets. Chris Curry's here with Eric Dissanayaka. Eric, welcome. And what are you expecting tonight?
Oh, it should be a very competitive game between two very talented squads. First serve of the game goes to the Martlets, and there's a great setter dump to start by Gigi's setter Maxime Langevin.
First point up on the board here for the GGs, coming in at 2-3 on the season, whereas the Martlets sitting at 4-2, and the GGs set to serve now. Here's Langevin.
McGill going for a right side attack. Can you not hear anything?
A nice block by the Martlets, falls down.
Yeah.
Free ball given over by the GGs. Left side attack from the Martlets. Falls back over on the side of the Gs, dug well. Odigi with a roll shot over, and she scores. Cross-court ball attack from Odigi, scores on the right side. And she will go back to serve now with the Gs trailing the Martlets by a score of 3-2 here in the first set. Tough serve by Odigi. Left side attack from the Martlets. Rolled over, well dug by Langevin. Jones managed to save it. Free ball given over by Langevin, but Jones was under the net. That will be point McGill as the libero Michaela Jones was called going over the line. Audrey Trottier back to serve for the Martlets. Right side attack from the GGs, it's Hughes. Free ball given over by the Martlets. Langevin goes to the pipe for Odigi. Great dig there by the Martlets. The shoot attack does not succeed, but the tip over does. McGill couldn't quite connect on the shoot attack in the middle, but the free ball given over tricked the Gs, and that will fall. Point McGill as they open up a 5-2 lead here early in the first set. Trottier back to serve once again. Her serve goes short under the net. That will be point Ottawa. The rookie middle, Nicole Hildebrand, now back to serve for the GGs. Strong starts will be the key to this one for the GGs, absolutely, as they opened up a couple big deficits again, their loss last week to Montreal. Left side attack over from the Martlets. Langevin goes right side to Hughes. Good dig by McGill. They go right side. Big swing, but a block by McHale. Ball comes back over. And the tip from McGill. Scramble play by the Gs, forcing a free ball back over. And the quick attack attempted there by McGill falls on their own side. That will be point Ottawa. Score is now 5-4 in favor of McGill. Hildebrand back to serve once again for the Gs. Her float serve goes just long. Good eye there by the Martlets to not play that one. Difficult to let a ball that close go, but very well played. Victoria Iannotti now back to serve for the Martlets. Float serve pass well by Odigi. Middle attack from McKay is tipped over. Left side ball out of system from McGill. Now tip back over once again. Langevin with the dig. McGill on the left side for the G's. And she cuts that ball right down the line for the kill. Iannotti couldn't quite get there, and that's a great smart shot by McGill. Recognizing the two blockers going on the cross court and turning her shoulder to manage to get that ball right down the line. Fourth year right side Avery Hughes now back to serve for the G's. Her patented standing float serve has been especially effective early on this season. And there's a tight ball from McGill. They go left side, good dig by McHale. Right side attack now from McGill. And another. Good dig by Jones. Langevin goes out to the left side for McHale. And there's another kill from Grace McHale. This time taking what the block gives her, going cross court and right off the hands of the libero and out. We're now tied 6-6 here in the first set, with Hughes back to serve once again for the G's. Flat serve from Hughes there. Difficult set for McGill. Another left side ball from McHale, this time courtesy of Michaela Jones, who set that out to McHale, but her swing goes into the net. That will be point McGill. Megan Smith now back to serve for the Martlets. G's getting off to a better start this time than they did in their game last week against the Carabins of the Université de Montréal. They would go on to lose that one by a score of 3-0, but a very hard-fought battle, especially in that third set. They dropped it just 25-22. Obviously hoping for a better result here at home once again this weekend. With McGill up by a score of 7-6 here in the first set, it will be Megan Smith on serve for the Martlets. The third-year middle out of Vancouver has been especially effective for them early on this season. Langevin goes to the left side for McHale once again, her preferred target so far, and for good reason. There's a third consecutive kill on swings by McHale. Manages to get it by the right side, playing defensive position number 1, and that will tie this game up at 7-7. And now McHale goes back to serve. And there's an ace from McHale, putting the team on her back early on with another great serve. G's have been improving on their serving game the past couple of games. Early on in the season, the service errors were killing them. We've managed to turn it around a little bit in the past couple of games. Middle attack from the Martlets, and there's a kill for number 16, Charlène Robitaille. Great set there from Audrey Trottier. And Robitaille managed to turn that one back towards position 1. Rachel Leduc now back to serve for the Martlets. Her float serve, well passed by McHale. Left side ball out to a DG. Scramble play at the net, picked up by the G's. Left side ball to a DG once again. Martlets go left side. Bit of a tip over the net there. Langevin goes C-ball to Hughes. Good cut there by Hughes, and the ball off the dig goes into the roof. That will be point G's for the first kill of the game by Avery Hughes. Great vision there by Langevin, noticing two blockers stacking over towards Odigi, who she'd gone to twice. Reversing the flow, going over to Hughes, and a great kill by Avery Hughes there, going cross court. Janae McKay now back to serve for the G's. McGill goes left side off serve receive. Good pickup there by McKay. Langevin goes left side for Odigi. Great dig there by McGill. Their slide attack is a kill for Charlène Robitaille. Great vision there by the setter, Audrey Trottier. Finding Robitaille on that slide, which is especially effective. More prevalent in the women's game than in the men's, and for good reason, especially when they can elevate like that. Boy, it sure is dangerous. But free point back to the G's off the missed serve by the Martlets. And that will give them a 10-9 lead here early on as Maxime Langevin, the setter, goes back to serve. Great serve by Langevin. Left side attack from the Martlets is a big kill by left side Victoria Iannotti. Really quick set there by Trottier. And a great attack. on the left side. Especially when you have bigger blockers like the G's do. Teams tend to have to run faster tempoed offenses, which can be difficult to guard against. Middle attack there by Hildebrand, and manages to score off the block, touch and out. Martlet's complaining, saying there was no touch and the block was just off the net and out, but they will not be able to argue their case as Audrey Odigi goes back to serve for the G's. Good serve by the rookie left side. Makes the Martlets scramble and give a roll shot over. G's let it fall, but it called in on the sideline by the referee. Great roll shot there by the Martlets. Scrambling, they managed to find a good spot on the corner and make the G's pay. Float serve, well passed by Jones. Hildebrand tip is blocked. Langevin pushes out to the left side for McGill. She rolls one over. Trottier to the middle. Dug up by Odigi. Right side attack from Hughes. And a huge kill from Hughes off the block and out. Great job by Hughes there, finding hands and abusing on the left side. Blocker's hands. And now a serving sub for the G's, as Bryn Lewis will go back to serve. Always nice to have a nice strong defensive presence in there, as Lewis is typically a libero. Going in to serve for Hildebrand, but the serve is into the net, and Jones will come back in. Iannotti to serve once again for the Martlets, although she is being subbed out on serve in favor of Melanie Dorman. GG's leading here by a score of 12-11 early in the first set. At anything but a bleacher night at Montpetit, as you can see fans on the far side sitting in all kinds of variety of different chairs, beanbags and whatnot, as there's a huge kill in the middle from Janae McKay. Great find by Langevin and a great swing by McKay right into position number 5, taking exactly what the block's giving her. Hughes now back to serve for the G's. Great float serve. Left side attack from the Martlets. Great dig by Jones. Langevin goes to the left side for McGill. Her swing is off hands and dug up. Right side attack now from the Martlets is a kill by Rachel Leduc. Did a good job taking what the block is giving her, noticing two blockers and going high off hands, managing to squeeze it between McGill and McKay there. And that will make it 13-13, tie game midway through the first set. Smith now back to serve for the Martlets. Langevin goes right side for Hughes. Her C-ball attack goes just long back out the back line, and that will give McGill a 1-point lead, 14-13. McGill without a libero here, as the server is the middle Megan Smith. Her float serve passed up beautifully by Jones. Tip from McKay. And the Martlets managed to scramble 1 and 2 touches, but it does ultimately fall. That will be point G's and a kill from McKay. Smart shot there, noticing 3 blockers and just putting it where no one was available. McHale now back to serve for the G's. Her float serve is a bullet. Trottier goes out to the left side, but a huge block there in the middle by Janae McKay, assisted by Maxime Langevin. And the G's take the lead back, a score of 15-14 here in the first set. McHale on serve once again for the G's. Middle attack there from the Martlets. Party ball blocked by McKay, but managed off a foot save, dug up and back over by the Martlets. Odigi on the left side, and there's a huge block in the middle by Charlene Robitaille. Combination of Leduc and Robitaille was too much for Odigi there. Great swing, but an even bigger block by the Martlets.
And that was a beautiful
game at 15-all.
That was a beautiful foot save by Leduc. Don't see too much of that here. You don't see too much of that.
Absolutely. It's definitely not something that's taught, but can be effective in a desperation play like that, especially on a block coverage.
Kind of just quick reflexes, do what you can to keep the ball up.
Absolutely. Serving sub for the Martlets is Charlotte Chouinard-La Liberté. McGill with an out-of-system set to ODG. Great dig by the libero, Catherine Schwer-Charval, but that will be a kill from ODG as no one was able to pick that second ball up.
And just too much power there. Not able to dig that out, and GG's have a nice little quick lead here, 16-15. Keeping it close. Important to do. They haven't won a first set yet this year, so see if they can win that first one right here.
McKay now back to serve for the G's. Her float serve down the line, well passed up. Chouinard-La Liberté goes to the middle, and they get a kill out of Robitaille. Difficult with a single block there of Hildebrand trying to block those quick middle attacks, and Robitaille managed to find a hole on her left shoulder.
Keep going.
Masha Solaja on serve for the Martlets. Langevin pushes out to the left side for ODG, and a huge kill there by the rookie left side off the hands of Chouinard-La Liberté and out. Once again, tons of power there from the rookie left side.
Yeah, back to back there. She just gets up and just hits it down. Just nothing that the Martlets can really do about that.
Langevin back on serve once again for the G's. Her float serve sails just long, and that will tie the first set at 17 all.
Never like to see that, those service errors at such an important time. This first set is close. You're approaching that 25-point mark. Never want to see it giving 3 points away.
High ball given by ODG. McHale gives a free ball over to the Martlets. Chouinard-La Liberté goes out to the left side. Good dig up by Jones. Desperation play. Hughes manages to save it back over. Right side attack from the Martlets is a kill by Clara Poiré, the right side. Especially difficult when you have a lefty on the right side like that. Had so much court to play with, and Hughes just couldn't quite get around on that block.
Yeah, and she was way out the back of the court just to knock it over. Just couldn't get back to the net in time.
Hildebrand with the out-of-system set goes pipe for McHale, and that score is called in by the linesperson. Great shot by McHale on the pipe, and an interesting idea from Hildebrand there to set her out of system on a pipe ball. You don't see that very often.
And beautiful by McHale. It didn't look like the Martlets really thought that was going to be in bounds. Kind of just watched it go, but good point for GG's.
ODG on serve now with a tie game, 18 all. Left side attack is a tip from the Martlets. Well dug by Langevin. Jones bump sets out of system to McHale, who swings just wide. It looks like the G's thought there might have been a touch off the block, but no such thing. McHale swings just wide, and that gives McGill a 19-18 advantage. Clara Poiré now back to serve for the Martlets. Good pass by ODG. Langevin goes right side for Hughes. Well dug up by the Martlets. They go C-ball for Poiré. ODG puts it high for Langevin, who goes left side for McHale. Tight ball at the net. Chouinard-La Liberté goes for a setter dump. Tip over from Hildebrand of the G's. Now a left side attack from the Martlets. Off the head of Hildebrand and popped back up. ODG gives a left side attack to McHale, and she scores. Huge scramble play, big chaotic play, lots of back and forth on one, but the G's come away with the point.
Only one blocker there, and just McHale didn't hit it with that full power, just maybe threw Chouinard-La Liberté a little off balance, wasn't able to block that well, and able to drop it for a point.
Nicole Hildebrand now back to serve for the G's with a tie game, 19 all. Good pass by Poiré. Left side attack from the Martlets, and there's a kill from Victoria Iannotti. Sharp cross-court attack there by the left side, scores, and that gives McGill a 1-point lead.
And entering tonight, she was leading this Martlets team with 81 kills, over about 3.5 per set, so she was really the one to watch here on the Martlets.
Iannotti now back to serve after her kill. G's forced to give a down ball over there, and it's ODG out of the pipe, out of system set by Hughes. Didn't look like there was much to that, but ODG managed to get a big swing on it and scores right through the middle.
Sometimes you find the right spot in the court, and it just works out for you.
Hughes back to serve now for the G's. Score tied at 20-20 in the first set. Her float serve is a tough ball from Chouinard-La Liberté, gives a dump over. Good pickup by Jones. McHale just throws a little shot right through the block and manages to score. G's go up 21-20.
Nice point there, nice dig, and they were forcing a timeout here. Our first one. This has been non-stop so far this first set. First timeout here for McGill.
Martlet's doing a double sub here as starting setter Audrey Trottier goes back onto the court in favor of the right side Clara Poirier. Hughes back on serve for the G's. Tight game. Tight pass there too. Right side attack from the Martlets. Great dig by Jones, but it does hit the ceiling. Good touch there from Jones just to get anything on that ball at all, but unfortunately it does go into the ceiling.
All right, tied at 21 now, only a couple of points to go. This is coming down to the wire this first set.
Megan Smith back on serve for the Martlets. She had a run of 3 or 4 points earlier in the set. G's looking to stop her right away here. Jones with a good ball up to Langevin. Middle attack from McKay. Finds a hole on the left-hand side. Manages to score with a tip. G's haven't been connecting super strongly on the middle so far. It's been a lot of tips, but they've managed to be fairly effective in any case.
Yeah, when they work, they work. Sometimes they could lead to a lot of free balls for the other side, but when they work, sometimes they work out well.
McHale on serve for the G's. Middle swing over by the Martlets. Now the left side attack from Odigi of the G's. Called out on the line by the linesperson, and that will tie this first set up at a score of 22 all. Rachel Leduc now back to serve for the Martlets. Float serve, given back over right away by McHale. Slide attack by the Martlets, dug up by McHale. Now a C-ball attack from Hughes, and that goes just wide by Hughes. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication between her and setter Maxime Langevin there, as that gives the Martlets a 1-point lead.
And that's tough there, especially when you're trying to get that kill from about 10 feet at least behind the net. You just don't get that angle downwards that you're looking for, and that's a lot of times what leads to those ones that go just too wide or too long.
Lionel Woods now calling timeout for the G's as McGill leads 23-22 in the first set. Rachel Leduc now back on serve for the Martlets. Coming out of the timeout, Jones puts up a high ball for Langevin, who runs and sets it outside to Odigi, and there's a kill from the rookie. Goes cross-court right outside the blocking hands of Charlene Robitaille and ties the first set up at 23-23. Huge point there from the G's.
Got a little love from the net, just that little tiny deflection, was able to get enough of putting the Martlets off rhythm there, and then we get another timeout here. So we're going back-to-back timeouts here, this one on McGill, their second.
Kachancic subs in for McKay on serve here for the GGs. It's a good advantage for the G's now, having another setter in the back row. Her serve well passed up. Left side attack from the Martlets. Great dig by McHale. Ball goes back over to the Martlets. Left side attack once again, and this time it's a kill on the left side from Masha Salaja, and that will be point McGill, giving them set point as they go up 24-23.
Ooh, and that one was close too. I think it must have just nicked the line because I think the GGs thought it was out, and that line judge said it was in. So maybe a little controversial, but this one's set point now for McGill.
But GG's saying ball don't lie as Salaja misses the serve. That ties the game at 24. GG's still alive here in this first set as Langevin goes back to serve.
That's the volleyball god speaking right there.
G's will have all three attackers available to them with Langevin now in the back row. Her float serve, well passed up. Left side attack from Iannotti. And a huge block by Hildebrand. Stuffed right back onto the Martlet side. Michaela Jones saying roof there by the G's, and it sure was as they go up 25-24.
Big point coming up here, set point. GG's looking to take the first set here.
Langevin serves into the net. 25 all as the point goes to McGill. In the middle, Charlene Robitaille goes in to serve for the Martlets.
Very tough timing there on that service error.
A lot of pressure at the end of the sets. Both teams just looking to stay calm and composed here on serve. Good pass by McHale. Right side attack from Odigi. And that goal goes off the block and out. That will be point G's, and another kill on the stat sheet for Odigi as she now goes back to serve. GG's with their second set point as they are up 26-25. Good serve in by Odigi. Scramble ball by the Martlets. Free ball given over. Looks like there might be an injury on the play. And the referee calls a reserve as setter Audrey Trottier goes down with an apparent injury. She appears to be okay, but visibly shaken up on the play. She'll shake it off. We'll hope she's okay. Tells the down ref she's okay to keep playing, and Odigi will reserve 26-25 still in favor of the G's. Bit of a weird play there.
Yeah.
Odigi on serve once again, and a bullet there from the rookie. Middle attack from the Martlets is a kill from Megan Smith, and that will tie this game up once again at 26-26.
And tough one there. There's just that momentum that you lost with that, you know, that injured player and that reserve. GG's really had possession, and they had a lot of confidence that last play, but tied up now.
Serve in there from the Martlets. Tight pass going to Langevin, and she gets called on over the net. She is a back row setter, therefore she cannot touch the ball in the front row on a jump and have it go over on one. Unfortunately, that was the case there for the G's as they call their second time out of the set, with McGill leading and having set point 27-26. Trottier back to serve for the Martlets on set point. Standing float serve, passed up by Jones. Pipe attack from Odigi is rolled in. Trottier goes to the left side for Iannotti. Popped up by Odigi in the back row, and Jones forced to give a free ball over. Tight ball for Trottier. They go to the middle, and that will be a kill in the middle for the Martlets. Number 2, Megan Smith, to put away the set. McGill takes the first set by a score of 28-26. G's looking to bounce back here in the second set at Montpetit Hall. G's to start the same lineup here for the G's to start the second set. One change for McGill, left side Masha Solaja in to start the second. McKay back on serve for the G's. Tipped over by the Martlets on a left side attack there from Rachel Leduc, and she gets the kill. No G in the area to pick that ball up. Victoria Iannotti now back to serve for the Martlets. Her float serve popped up by McHale. Left side attack from Odigi. Sails just long, no touches on the play, and that will be point McGill as they open up a 2-0 lead.
Very curious to see how the GGs kind of respond here. That first set didn't go their way, especially tough finish. Don't want to let the second set get out of hand early.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Coach Lionel Woods has made some adjustments early, even just something as minor as fixing a rotation and having setter Langevin start in position 3 rather than in position 1. There's a nice tip in there for the G's to score and get themselves on the board as Langevin now goes back to serve. The float serve from Langevin. And a bullet there popped up by the Martlets. Left side attack now from Solaja. And there's a kill from the second-year outside hitter. Great job there by Chouinard La Liberté to force that ball to the left side despite 2 blocks, and she managed to get it through anyway. Megan Smith now back on serve for the Martlets. Float serve off the tape, popped up by Odigi. Now the middle attack by Hildebrand. Connection from Langevin and Hildebrand in full effect there as they get the kill. Really the first kill they've had out of the middle. They've had a lot of tip attacks that have managed to score, but that was the first true big swing out of the middle for the G's. Odigi back to serve now. Deep serve popped up. Right side attack from the Martlets is off the hands of the block and out, courtesy of Rachel Leduc. McGill opens up a 4-2 lead with Leduc go back to serve. Leduc with the float serve. Popped up by Odigi. Langevin out to the left side for McHale. Great dig by the libero. Roll shot out of the pipe for the Martlets. Langevin goes pipe on the GG side for Odigi, but the ball into the net, point McGill.
And tough once again when you're just so far behind the net to get yourself any good angles there. 5-2 now. McGill opening up an early 3-point lead.
Yeah, and to your point, especially difficult when the setter coming from behind you. It's very difficult to open up your body and really crank that ball with much power. Langevin now on the right side for Hughes. Great dig there by the libero Vercheval. But the Martlets unable to get that ball back over. Point G's and another kill given to Hughes.
And the libero fell, and that second hit was just almost right on top of the libero, so just some unable to move there.
Hildebrand now back on serve for the G's. Her serve into the net. Jones will come back onto the floor, and that will be point McGill, 6-3 in their favor here in the second. Serving errors look to be a bit of an area of concern for the G's, especially down the stretch there. See if they're able to turn that around in second set. Langevin goes to the right side on Hughes there on first ball. Picked up off the block, and her ball goes right to the hands of McHale with a big swing there. Point G's as its score is now 6-4 for McGill.
And that point was all just made by Avery Hughes. That tip over didn't work, but it went right back behind her. Just quick reflexes to just pop an arm out, keep that ball in play. It went quickly up to McHale for that kill.
Hughes on serve now. Puts the Martlets in a tough spot. Their right side attack, well dug by Odigi. Langevin scrambles to put it outside to McHale, and her swing goes between the hands of the blockers and out. Chouinard La Liberté and the Robitaille just couldn't quite get around on that.
And that's just a couple of times now where McHale just took a little off that, and it went through and it worked out.
Hughes to serve once again for the G's. Her float well passed up. The slide attack for the middle from Robitaille popped up by Langevin. The bump set outside by Jones. And another kill there from McHale. This time she turns and goes down the line. She's been especially smart today. Just taking what the defense is giving her, whether that means a roll shot, like you mentioned, Chris, or turning that ball down the line. She's found kills in every possible way so far. Hughes on serve once again. This time the ball does sail just long. Third service error for the G's in this set.
Something that they've had a little bit of trouble with, 51 service errors so far on the season and only 5 matches, so they're not doing so well there.
Robitaille on serve, popped up by Odigi. Langevin goes to the left side for McGill once again, and there's another kill from Grace McGill, targeting the middle and the back row there. Always a smart play. Here's another kill for her stat sheet. Now McGill back to serve for the G's. A bullet of a serve, well popped up by Vercheval. Left side attack from the Martlets. Ian Naughty goes left side. Now McKay with the swing for the G's. Martlets managed to pop it back over, giving a free ball over. Langevin pushes the ball out to the left side for Odigi. Dug up by Ian Naughty. Chouinard La Liberté goes back to the left side with her. Dug up by Odigi. And now Langevin goes to McKay. Dug up by the Martlets once again on the middle attack. Another dig by Jones there on the left side, swing by Ian Naughty. They'll go back to her one more time. And a dig by McHale. Langevin goes out to the left side. And Odigi will be forced to give a free ball over. Now a middle attack from the Martlets goes long, and that will be point G's. What a rally.
Point of the night so far, absolutely. Just back and forth, some digs, some tips, and it just, you had everything in that point, and great for a win by the GGs, like we were mentioning. Didn't get off that good start in the second set, down 5-2. They've now taken the lead, 8-7, so really coming back strong here.
McKay now back to serve for the G's after a huge momentum point there. Pardon me, that's McHale still on serve. Looks like middle Janae McKay got a little antsy going back to serve, but it is still Grace McHale on serve here for the University of Ottawa. Her serve popped up by Vercheval, but forced Chouinard La Liberté to go for a run. Ian Naughty swings a roll shot right down the line, called in by the linesperson. A great creative shot there by the left side.
And I don't think Lionel Woods, coach of the GGs, agrees with that. He's kind of standing by that line saying that went out, but that's what the linesman calls.
Chouinard La Liberté once again for the Martlets. And this serve goes out. The G's once again saying ball don't lie. Volleyball gods on their side once again. Lionel Woods having a bit of a chuckle with his assistant coaches. And now McKay goes back to serve for the G's. Float serve from the middle. And another service error from the GGs. Serve goes into the net, point McGill.
So 4 service errors now for the GGs just in this set alone.
And with only 9 points on the board for McGill, you got to figure that if they're able to turn that around, they'll be able to make a big difference in this set. Hughes going on a big run there off the shank pass on serve receive. G's give a free ball over. Middle attack from the Martlets is popped back over. Crowd unhappy with that one, but Langevin goes for a setter dump this time. Another free ball from the GGs, dug up by Hildebrand. And now Langevin goes for a swing, and the setter gets the kill, and everyone loves that. Big point there from the G's as they go up 10-9.
Yeah, another one. A couple of these rallies have gone the GG's way, and that really gets the crowd going. You see it in the back. It's anything but the bleachers night. So got some deck chairs and beanbag chairs.
Right side ball from the Martlets. Good dig there by Langevin. The middle Hildebrand setting out of system. Hughes, his tipping, but gets blocked by the left side Masha Solaja of the Martlets. Falls back on their own side. G's unable to dig it back up. That will be point McGill. The middle Megan Smith now back to serve for the Martlets. Similar to Hughes, she hits a standing float. Odigi pops it up. Langevin goes to the left side for Hughes. Long run there for the Martlets off the pass, and that will be another kill for Hughes, who's swinging out of the left side on this rally.
So far, though, this has been a matchup of 2 very evenly matched teams. 28-26 that first set. It's 11-10. Very, very close. Great game.
Odigi back to serve, puts up a great ball, and that's 4 touches on the Martlets. Looked like a bit of a scramble play there. 2 players kind of ran into each other in the front row. 4 touches, and that will be point GG's as they open up a multi-point lead. Their first of the set, going up 12-10. Odigi to serve once again for the G's. Her float serve. Popped up by Iannotti. Tip on the right side from the Martlets. Langevin pushes out to the left side for McGill. And there's another kill from Grace McGill. Langevin giving her every possible ball because she has been swinging out of her mind in this game. And now Martlets call a timeout with the G's opening up a 13-10 lead. G's with some big momentum points here lately. We got a Let's Go Gigi's cheer out of the stands during the timeout. Odigi on serve here for the G's. Right side attack from the Martlets, and there's a kill on the right side by the Martlets. That was Rachel Leduc on the right side as she now goes back to serve. The G's overall have done a fairly good job not allowing too many kills. Their block has been fairly imposing so far. Good pop-up by Odigi on serve receive. Langevin reverses the flow going right side to Hughes, but well dug up by Vercheval. The left side attack now from the Martlets, and there's a kill by Masha Solaja. Might have been a bit of commentator's curse there. I was just talking about how good the G's blocking was, and now Martlets have forced two straight through the block, but still a 1-point lead, 13-12 here for the G's. Leduc with the float serve. Popped up by Odigi. Left side attack from McGill. Good dig up there by the Martlets. The setter, Chouinard La Liberté, looks to dump over on second, but swings just wide. Setters love to swing when they can. Looks like Chouinard La Liberté just got a little bit too excited on that play and put it just wide. As Nicole Hildebrand in the middle, now back on serve for the G's. Her float serve popped up by Vercheval. Slide attack from Robitaille, and there's a kill as Hildebrand unable to get it up. Solaja back on serve for the Martlets. Her serve popped up by Jones. Langevin on a tight pass manages to find McKay, and she swings it right into position number 2. Great kill and tight there from McKay, and a great set by Langevin, managing to stay off the net, stay on her own side of the net, find McKay for the kill. Avery Hughes now back to serve for the G's. Tough float serve there, tight ball. And that was blocked over, despite the overpass, blocked by by setter Chouinard La Liberté, point Martlets. Robitaille now on serve for the Martlets. They seem to be targeting Odigi a lot on serve. McHale with the swing, and there's McKay with the block on the overpass.
Second time's the charm there. She tried that on the last play, got blocked. It was a point McGill, and that time it worked because she just had positioning.
Absolutely. Smart play there going to the side rather than going to go straight back as well, as McHale now goes back to serve for the G's. And another service error by the G's as McHale's serve sails just long. It's about a third of the Martlets' points coming just off Gigi's service errors. Coach Lionel Woods definitely talking to his team about cleaning that up. Good serve by Chouinard La Liberté of the Martlets there. She gets the ace on libero Michaela Jones, and that ties up the second set at 16 all. Very back and forth game, back and forth set, even with both teams holding multiple point leads. This time a great pass from Jones. Langevin forces the left side out for Odigi, and a huge swing by Audrey Odigi off the face of setter Charlotte.
That is some strength. That is some strength right there.
Wow. Tight ball. She manages to turn her hips and swing that right down the line. Very impressive poise there by the rookie.
And it's all set up by a great set, just right where she needs it to.
McKay now back on serve. Good pass by Iannotti. She gets rewarded with the ball. Tips it over. Langevin picks up first ball on the right side set. Goes to Hughes. Marlets managed to pop it over. And now Langevin with the swing and the front row. And the setter with her second kill of the set. Bryn Lewis being served in here for Janae McKay. The libero now back to serve. And she gets an ace. The serving sub provides a spark off the bench there for the G's as they open up a 3-point lead.
Just right over the net, able to just dip it in, and that forcing another timeout here called by McGill, their second.
Bryn Lewis back to serve once again for the G's coming out of the Martlets' second timeout of the set. Chouinard La Liberté looks to the left side. Pass was just over. Now the Martlets forced to give a roll shot over. Lewis pops it up. Langevin finds Hildebrand in the middle for the kill. Big swing there from Nicole Hildebrand.
And another time they're attacking the middle, ending up getting another point. So now they got a nice 4-point lead.
Lewis back to serve once again. And another great serve from the rookie. Left side attack from the Martlets is a roll shot over from the left side. Langevin forces the ball to a Gigi out on the left. And now a big kill there from right side, left side, Rachel Leduc of the Martlets. She's a bit of a utility knife out there. She can play both sides. In this case, playing left side and managed to get the kill off the hands of Hildebrand and out. Olivia Krishnan, the serving sub, in for the Martlets, and she gets an ace. Difficult serve there. That dropped a ton.
Yeah, Jones, the libero, just wasn't ready for it. You could just tell that she thought it was coming to her, and then the ball just dipped, and she fell backwards, and just one of those times that happens.
Krishnan targets Jones once again. The pipe attack from McHale, dug up by the setter, going out of system set here for the Martlets. And there's a kill right near us, actually, off the hands of McHale and out. And the lead for the GGs now down to just 1 point. As the score is 20-19, and Lionel Woods wants to talk things over with his team. He calls timeout here in the second set. on serve once again for the Martlets coming out of the timeout. Langevin goes to the middle for Hildebrand. Her tip dug up by Krishnan. Roll shot over from the Martlets, passed up by Hughes. Langevin goes to the left side for ODG, and there's a huge kill from Audrey ODG. Lots of velocity on that left side ball.
A couple of times there, ODG has been really in great position to get up high, to get up wide, and to just knock it down and find the open spot for the nice kill.
Credit to Langevin, too, for putting that ball right in her wheelhouse as she goes back to serve now. Right side ball from the Martlets. It's dug up by the G's. ODG swings on two, but the Martlets dig it up. Now a left side swing from Masha Salaja is a kill. Brings the McGill Martlets back within one in the second set as Ottawa's lead cut to 21-20. Martlets serve passed up by ODG. Left side ball from Langevin. Goes out to Hughes, but is blocked onto the GG's court. Point McGill.
It's one of those times where maybe you would like to see an attempted kill and less tips.
Absolutely, especially on a good pass like that, you might want to see them run a little bit more middle, mix it up a little bit, but in any case, they go out left side again for Avery Hughes. Linesperson called the ball in, head referee overrules, says that the ball was long despite it being in on the sideline, and that will be point McGill. Bit of a heartbreaker for the G's there as they thought the linesperson was calling it in. Smith on serve for the Martlets. Langevin goes to the right side for ODG. That ball off the hands of the Martlets and out, point G's.
Yeah, another time there, this one looked like it was going out, but it was all because of that tip. So we're keeping it close here, 22-22.
G's were on the losing end of a tight set like that, like this in the first set. They'll look to turn it around and win this one here. That won't help, though. Another serving error from the GGs.
I think that's their sixth one, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just 6 freebies you can't give up. I don't think McGill has had maybe one this set. Critical points.
Especially this late in the set, the G's will have to turn things around with their passing game, which overall has been quite good to start this game. They'll need it here, down by a point late in the set. Trottier on serve. High ball popped up by Jones. Hildebrandt in the middle. Ball called in on the line by the linesperson. Martlets in disbelief, but that is point GG's. Tie game 23-23.
Another one there. You couldn't really see it with our angle there, but Coach Beliveau, who was right there, was incredulous that that ball was called in. So, again, one of those times where we'll see who's lying if the ball don't lie here.
Rookie Danae Bristow subbed in for Hildebrandt on serve. The left side puts a good serve in. Trottier goes to the middle for Robitaille, popped up by Langevin. Bristow goes to the left side for McHale. Her roll shot popped up by the Martlets. Out of system set, they'll be forced to give a free ball back over. Hughes pops it up to Langevin. They go to the middle for McKay, and there's a kill from the GG's Janae McKay, giving the GG's set point.
Took a little off it there, didn't go 100%, just found the corner, found the spot on the court, dropped it in, and now we've got set point GG's.
24-23, they lead. Served by Bristow. Good pass by the Martlets and a good left side attack there from Clara Poiré. Especially difficult to block a left side swinger when she is a lefty. She has so much court to work with and was able to cut that ball beautifully across the attack line.
Almost seemed like the GGs weren't prepared for the left-handed swing. Just seemed a little off-put by it.
Salaja on serve for the Martlets, tied 24-24 second set. Langevin goes to the left side for McHale, and her left side swing is blocked by Poiré. Another big point there scored by the third-year right side. And now Lionel Woods will call timeout as McGill has turned this one around to take a 25-24 lead in the second set. Solaja on serve here for the Martlets as they lead 25-24 and have set point here in the second set. Her serve popped up to Odigi. Langevin manages to force it over, courtesy of Janae McKay in the middle. Scramble play on the left side here. Multiple balls right at the net. And now that will be point GG's. A huge scramble. Swing by Charlene Robitaille was blocked by McKay, and the ball falls in on the sideline. Look, the Martlets weren't too happy about that call either.
No, it seemed like they thought it went out, or maybe there was a double hit by one player. It seems like there was a lot of miscommunication or really frustration, but we've got tie game.
Hughes on serve at 25-25, and that will be point Martlets. Janae McKay reached over the net and impeded with the setter's ability to set that ball.
And no controversy on that one. That one was clear even from our vantage point.
Absolutely.
Very obvious.
Now Charlene Robitaille back to serve for the Martlets on set point. Float serve, high ball. Langevin goes back to Odigi in the middle. Her pipe swing goes just long. McGill will win the second set. Another heartbreaker for the G's, as McGill will take the second set by a final score of 27-25. Welcome back inside Montpetit Hall for the third set of this RSEC women's volleyball action between the McGill Martlets and the Ottawa GGs. McGill has won the first two sets very closely disputed, 28-26 and 27-25. G's looking to turn things around in this set here. Chouinard La Liberté goes out to the left side for Iannotti. Popped up by McHale. Left side ball from Langevin. Is a big swing from Odigi, but an even bigger block there by Rachel Leduc as McGill will take the opening point.
A beautiful block there, just in nice position. You know DG's gonna swing it hard. Just got up in position.
Chouinard La Liberté to serve once again. And there's an ace. Cuts it across her body to the libero Michaela Jones and managed to get it off her right shoulder and out. McGill on serve once again, up 2-0. Popped up by McHale. Pipe attack now from the left side. Chouinard La Liberté goes to Iannotti, and there's a kill from Victoria Iannotti, the left side, her second of the set.
So an early 3-0 lead here for McGill. I'm sure this is not how Coach Lionel Woods drew up this third set. Of course, those first two, like you mentioned, have just been so close. Again, you want to keep that momentum going, keep it close.
Popped up by McHale. Left side attack from Odigi goes just wide, and Chouinard La Liberté will go back to serve once again. G's looking to stop this run as McGill has opened up a 4-0 lead in this third set. Float serve from the setter goes long, and that will be a welcome miss serve by the McGill Martlets if you're the Ottawa GGs, to not only because McGill's been so consistent on serve all evening, but also just to end that run and get back in the set early on.
Anything really just to kind of stop the bleeding, slow it down, give yourself a little momentum, and see if Langevin can make something happen.
And she does! The overpass on the serve by Langevin leads to a huge party ball kill from Hildebrand. Puts it on the attack line, and that will be a huge momentum point for the G's, with the crowd loving that one. Langevin back to serve once again for the G's. And another float serve puts the Martlets out of system. The roll shot over, popped up by Jones. Hildebrand sets the out of system ball for Odigi, who throws it back, forces the Martlets out of system once again. And the left side attack by the Martlets goes just wide. Point GG's.
So there you go. Like we said, just that service error on one side leads to a couple of nice points on the GG side. Now 4-3, so we've got ourselves a early set going here.
Unfortunately, right on cue.
And right on cue.
Commentator's curse.
And there's that service error.
McGill goes up by a score of 5-3. That'll be Iannotti on serve for the Martlets. G's scrambling a little bit. Tough pass there by Odigi. Hughes tried to pop that up into the middle for McHale, but her pipe attack goes just at the back as McGill's lead back up to 3 points.
GG's didn't just set up themselves well on that point.
Iannotti targets Odigi on serve once again, forces McHale to run back after that second ball. Hildebrand gives it over as a free ball. Right side attack now from the Martlets is a big kill by the right side, Rachel Leduc.
You give the Martlets enough free balls and they will take advantage now. 7-3, just not much you're able to do there.
Their middles have been well established, allowing the pins to open up a little bit more, but a service error by McGill, a rare error, although this is their second of the set. Welcome by the GGs, who managed to once again stop the bleeding and cut that lead down to 3 points. Odigi on serve once again. Tight ball. Chouinard La Liberté just couldn't quite get a handle on that, and that will fall on the side of the Martlets. It's difficult with a back row setter here for the Martlets. Any tight ball, the setter can't dump that without a violation, so they're going to have to force keeping balls off the net, as there's another case of a pass just too tight to the net. Chouinard La Liberté not able to do anything with it. And
a little bit of deja vu there. I just saw that happen. So, and it's so different because it's just, you put it really about a foot too far. It doesn't seem like much, but it really messes with the timing.
Odigi targets the same receiver on serve, and now a left side ball from Solaja. Now a left side ball from McHale, blocked up. Martlets claiming no touch, but McHale does manage to tip it over once again. Chouinard La Liberté picks it up, but the ball falls on the side of the G's. That will be tie game 7-7.
Yeah, nice comeback here for the GGs. Down 4-0. Make that nice comeback to get themselves back into the set.
Though again, not without a little bit of controversy. It looked like the McGill players and their fans were a little bit upset by that call. Out of system set by Vercheval. Solaja manages to get the kill with some help from the tape. Megan Smith, the middle now, on serve for the Martlets, leading 8-7 in this third set. Her float serve, well passed by Jones. Right side attack by Hughes, well dug up by Smith. Le Duc swings on the right side, cuts it right down the line, called in by the linesperson, who might be the most unpopular person in this building right now.
I think so, yeah. On both sides, really. You don't really get that too often. He's pretty unpopular on both sides throughout the night, but right now, for that point, unpopular with GG's.
Smith on serve once again, puts the ball to Odigi, gets it to Langevin. Left side attack from McGill, makes it a tight ball there for the Martlets, although they do manage to force it over. Langevin goes back to McGill on the left side, and her left side swing goes long. No touches on the block. That will be point Martlets. Seems like a theme in this set for the Martlets to open up a 3 or 4 point lead, miss a serve, and then the GGs come back. Let's see if that'll repeat itself for a third time. Odigi puts up a nice ball for Langevin. Right side attack from Hughes, and there's a kill from Avery Hughes off the hands of Solaja and out.
And so you don't have that missed serve, but you just have a nice defensive play moving it to offense. So a bit of a game of runs here, especially in this set. Just a couple points, couple points, couple points. It's a lot less of that one-on-one that we maybe were seeing in that second set.
Hildebrand now back to serve for the G's. And a missed serve this time from the G's. Hildebrand puts the ball into the net. And now Le Duc will be back on serve for the Martlets. Her float serve. Passed up by Jones to the attack line. Langevin goes to McKay in the middle. Blocked, but she managed to recover her own ball. Chouinard La Liberté swings it over on second contact there. And unfortunately, the libero Jones not quite able to pick that one up. Four-point lead opened up here for McGill as they lead the GGs 12-8 in this third set. Le Duc on serve. Passed up by Jones. Nice tight ball for Langevin. And there's a kill from Grace McHale. More of what we've seen all match, mixing up her shots to score some points. This time going between the hands of Robitaille and Chouinard La Liberté. Manages to get the kill.
Yeah, McHale's had a really good night. Multiple kills, finding spots, taking a little bit off when needed. Really good night for her.
Setter dump there by Chouinard La Liberté off the serve from Hughes. Hughes did manage to recover initially, but ball was just too low for anyone to get that on second contact. Solaja now on serve for the Martlets. Her float serve popped up by Odigi. Langevin goes left side for McHale, and another kill from the left side. She is on fire tonight.
And just right down the middle too. Just that one hit pretty much dead center, right near the back of the court.
Yeah, not too often you got to be able to swing directly cross court like that right into position 5 from the left side, but McHale saw the hole and took full advantage. Though a missed serve there from the G's courtesy of McHale gives McGill back their 4-point lead. Score is now 14-10 in favor of the Martlets. And that's now 3 missed serves for the GGs on the set, all in the last 4 or 5 points on their side. So difficult to mount a comeback with that happening. Odigi on the left side, swing on the ball from McHale. This time, though, the G's do get called on 4 touches. Referee saying no contact by the Martlets at the net. The middle, Charlene Robitaille now on serve. Tight ball there, passed up by Jones. Langevin dumps it over. Now Iannotti on the left side swing, but a big block by Langevin. She looked very pleased with herself on that one, stuffing the left side ball. Big momentum point there for the G's especially.
Yeah, I think that was a really big one. You were down 5. You just, as the points tick away, you can't let this get out of hand. Big swing right there.
Yeah, very important to keep fighting, especially down 2-0 on the match. Chouinard La Liberté goes to the left side once again for Iannotti. This time it goes off the hands of Langevin and up. The set out to Odigi on the left side. She looks to turn that ball and swing it down the line, but unfortunately turns a little bit too much. Swings it just wide, point Martlets. Chouinard La Liberté back to serve for the Martlets. Her serve passed up by Jones. Langevin goes to Odigi on the left side once again. This time a good dig by the middle Rabitaille. Langevin goes to the Gigi's middle there. Hildebrand, a little bit of a miscommunication there. Looked like the set was a little bit tight. Hildebrand tips it, but just wide. Point Martlets as they now lead 17-11. The Martlets, interestingly here, playing without a libero, despite having their setter serving. And this time the serve from Chouinard La Liberté into the net, point GG's, and now Langevin will go back to serve. Serve from the GG's setter. Popped up tight ball from to Chouinard La Liberté. And another case of just a too tight ball from the setter having to run from the back row, not able to find that connection with the middle.
That's been at least 3 already in this set. Just a little bit off focus there.
The substitution for the Martlets as Ramoutal substitutes in for Megan Smith, who's had a truly lovely evening for the Martlets, both on serve and with some big swings out of the middle. Langevin to serve for the G's. Left side attack here from Leduc. Blocked but dug up by the Martlets. They'll go right side this time. A tight ball going out to Iannotti and a big block by Odigi. Cuts the lead down to just 3 points now for the Martlets.
Yeah, very, very, very nice positioning there. She was up there. Fellow Gigi as well. There was 2. Didn't have a great angle there for the Martlets.
Now a ball forcing Chouinard La Liberté out to the left side. She'll go to Leduc, and this time she gets a kill. Bit of a waterfall block there as the hands of Hughes and Hildebrand unable to force the ball back onto the Martlets side. Another substitution here for the Martlets as Olivia Krishnan goes in to serve for left side Victoria Iannotti. Float serve from Krishnan. Great pass by Jones. The left side attack from Hughes. And there's a kill from Avery Hughes. Great swing there by the right side, although she was hitting on the left side for this ball. Audrey Odigi to serve now for the University of Ottawa. Great float serve, pushes the Martlets out of system. The roll shot from Rabitaille, dug up by Odigi. Langevin goes to the middle for Hildebrand, another great dig by the middle. And this time the swing goes out to the left side, and the block by the G's goes just out of bounds. That will be point Martlets. Smith subs in back for Tal as she goes back to serve. McGill up 19-15 here in the third set and up 2-0 in the match. G's really going to have to fight to get back into this match. Served by Smith, popped up by Odigi. Huge run by Langevin there. It's a miracle she managed to get to that ball at all. And now the left side swing from Solaja, and the G's managed to win the point as that ball goes into the net.
And got a little lucky there. It seemed like the Martlets just maybe a little miscommunication. Probably should have got that one over the net. Maybe thrown off by the fact that Langevin was just running across court to try to get back in position. But whatever happened, 3-point lead now.
Yeah, and a great hustle there by Langevin. Bit of a difficult pass there off serve receive, but she sprinted all the way across the court. Managed to pop it up, and the best ball is any ball that's up. Unfortunately for the G's, that won't happen on their serve here as Bristow puts it into the net. The 4th missed serve for the G's here in this set as McGill opens up a 4-point lead. Leduc now back to serve for the Martlets. Popped up by Hughes on serve receive. Left side ball from McHale. She had a huge run up into that one. and manages to score off the hands of Vercheval.
When in doubt, just give it to Grace McGill. It's what feels like about 10 kills tonight already in all these 3 sets, and she's been on.
Hughes to serve. Her float serve, tight ball from Chouinard. She goes for the dump, but blocked by McHale. She really is everywhere.
And once again, we talked about it multiple times on the Martlett side. Just that first dig just gets too close to the net and then just not able to do anything on that second hit.
And the serve from Hughes into the net. That will be point Martlett's, the 5th missed serve by the GGs in this 3rd set. Difficult to win games with that number. Masha Solaja now back on serve for McGill. But first, Lionel Woods wants to talk things over with his team. He calls timeout here in the 3rd set with McGill leading the University of Ottawa 21-18. Gigi's really fighting to stay in this match. Martlett's leading 21-18 here in the 3rd set coming out of that timeout. Great pass up there by Jones. The middle attack from McKay popped up by Vercheval. Iannotti on the left side swing. And a great dig up there by both Hughes and Jones, but unfortunately Odigi unable to get to that 3rd ball, and that will be point McGill.
Just fighting and scratching and clawing now, but 4 points back now. McGill only 3 points away from the win tonight. It's getting closer now. Gonna need a few points here, GG's, quickly.
Good ball up by Jones. Langevin goes to the C ball for Hughes. She thought it was in. Linesman calls it out. That'll be point McGill once again, and they now lead 23-18.
Yeah, looked out from here. No real pushback from Coach Lionel Woods.
Solaja to serve. Popped up by Jones. Langevin to McHale. Vercheval on the dig. Chouinard La Liberté out to Iannotti. Good block by McKay. Robitaille sets out of system for Iannotti, and that ball cuts just wide, called by the linesperson. No real argument from either of the coaches. That will be point GG's. 23-19 now is the set in favor of the Martletts, with Grace McHale heading to the back row to serve. Low ball there on the pass, and there's an ace from McHale. Another unreturned serve from McHale. Cuts the lead to just 3 points once again.
GG's making this one interesting. It's been close. Martletts have had a lead what feels like, I think, in both of the first 2 sets. Right at the end, GG's brought it back, had a set point, had a couple actually in that first set. And trying to get back into this one down 3.
Good serve by McHale. Forces another off pass. Inside ball from Iannotti. Her swing this time finds a hole through the block of Langevin and McKay. Swings it right into 6 in between some hands, and this will set up match point for the McGill Martletts, up 24-20. Timeout, though, called by Lionel Woods before the serve from Charlene Robitaille. Score currently 24-20 in favor of the McGill Martletts. Match point here for McGill coming out of the timeout. They lead 24-20 in the third set. Serve from Charlene Robitaille, passed up by Odigi. The middle attack, pipe attack from McHale, sails just long, and that will do it. Set goes to McGill by a score of 25-20. Martlets win the first set 28-26, the second 27-25, and the third by a score of 25-20 to wrap up a 3-0 victory here at Montpetit Hall. On behalf of myself, Eric Disanaika, and Chris Curries, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you here for the next one.